week, and it's not looking real great. For the 3 months ending in December 31st, 2025, gaming revenue was down 9% year over year, Xbox content and services revenue was down 5% year over year, and Xbox hardware revenue was down 32% year over year. Chief Financial Officer Amy Hood said this was below expectations and driven by first-party content. Along with that, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella was quoted saying that in gaming we are committed to delivering great games across Xbox, PC, cloud, and every other device. Xbox's Developer Direct took place on January 22nd, and seemingly Nadella's statement is holding up. 3 of the 4 games showcased are going to PlayStation, and after taking a few days to think about it, I wanted to go through this Direct and see what was featured and give my thoughts about what's coming up this year in Xbox. Forza Horizon 6 was the first game that appeared in the Direct. This is a Playground Games game, and this year you will be playing in Japan. You'll work your way up the ranks to reach the Horizon Festival this time, and they've added a lot of new things like Horizon Rush events, cosmetic tire wear, and a new estate system, as well as Horizon Labs, which are single and multiplayer based user-generated content world building. The game uses a lot of building and environment scans to keep it beautiful as always, and there's dramatic seasonal changes that will affect the world as you race around. This game is coming out May 19th to release on Xbox and PC, with a PlayStation version coming later. To me personally, I'm not a big racing fan. I did play Horizon 4 and 5 for a few hours each, and I really enjoyed what I played there, but it wasn't enough to keep me consistently playing. But I might go back and revisit those before this. I'll most likely check out Horizon 6 when it comes to PC Game Pass. It does look beautiful, and I'm really interested in more of the estate and car customization than the actual keeping up with the game as it goes on as kind of a live servicey type game. Forza 5 did really well, and then when they moved it to PlayStation, it did extremely well for PlayStation, so hopefully this will help drive Xbox's numbers up when they do eventually release to PlayStation. That'll be another boost to their revenue. The next game showed off at the Direct was Beast of Reincarnation. This is a game developed by Game Freak. It's set in a distant post-apocalyptic Japan that was destroyed by a mysterious blight. In the Direct, it was described as a sci-fi one-person, one-dog RPG with plant-based powers used for both combat and traversal. This looked interesting, but I'll be really looking out to see how this plays when reviews comes out. The creature design really stood out the most. There's one creature in particular that kind of looks like a Demogorgon from Stranger Things. Another one had like a flower petal Liang-Mang, which was really sick, so the creature design was definitely what stuck out the most to me. The game seemed to support multiple playstyles. They had like a stealth section, ranged combat, and even paused the game to do some turn-based elements. This game's launching on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation this summer. It looks decent. Unless reviews kind of say this is a must-play, I'll probably skip out on this one. There's some cool ideas, but I'm just not fully sold on it yet. So we'll see, and as far as it helping Xbox overall, I'm sure that it'll do a little bit of revenue, but I'm not sure this is going to be like a big hit. But you never know. The next game featured at the Direct was the surprise reveal. It's Double Fine's secret project known as Kiln. It's an online multiplayer party brawler with the core idea of you create a clay pot, and then that pot goes out and competes in challenges, and you collect water to destroy the enemy's kiln, and you can fight with other pots. The customization looks very flexible. There's tons of tools and shape options. The map features different areas where pots might have an advantage over other pots. Some shapes perform better than others as far as they can squeeze into different areas. There's also a mechanic where you build your pot. It has a little preset looking stat slider where it says your shape actually matters. So I'm really curious to know if that is just preset stats or if every granular detail of your pot matters. I'll definitely check this one out on Game Pass. If it's not too expensive, I might try to get a few of my friends together to play it. If it's not something that they look forward to getting on Game Pass, I'm not sure how long it'll stick around, but I do like the idea and I do want to give it a shot. Last up at the Direct was Fable. It was also developed by Playground Games, an open world RPG reboot of the original created Lionhead Studios IP. The core theme of this game seems to be what does it mean to be a hero, with a heavy focus on choices, consequences, and moral dilemmas. If it doesn't seem that they're going to lean too hard into the traditional choices of good versus renegade systems. The character creator looked fairly simple. There's an open explorable version of Albion with multiple biomes and towns with a huge focus on NPCs, over 1,000 unique NPCs they said, with daily routines, and each one remembers and forms opinions of you. Some classic Fable staples return, like buying houses, running businesses, and marrying and getting a family. The morality system they claim is not black and white and is more subjective, and is described as a different take from the original games. The NPCs react dynamically to your actions, and some choices may be world-changing. And then they show like a snippet of like a choice you make and then it affecting the world, being there's a giant, and if you choose to kill him, his body just kind of lays there, and that affects the surrounding area on the map. So this game launches on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation in fall 2026. The performance in the trailer didn't look very great in some of the sections, especially the combat, but personally I'm really excited for this game. Outside of GTA 6, I think Fable might be my most anticipated game of 2026. I'll absolutely play this when it launches, and my only concern is how much freedom there is not to be evil. It's understandable since most players don't choose the evil route, but I feel like that's a still important part to put in the game. That way when you go to do a replay, you don't have to play the same way every time, and you can even choose to do like an evil playthrough if you wanted to. Overall, I enjoyed what I saw at the Direct, and some of the games might not have been for me, but Fable for sure has me very curious, and Kiln seems like a fun one to kind of dip your toes into for a little while. While these games were all featured at the Direct, Xbox still has quite a few more games that are currently scheduled for 2026, such as Gears of War E-Day, Halo Campaign Evolved, Tomb Raider, and Onimusha. With these games being out there, there is a rumor of a second Xbox Direct coming in 2026, so if there is one, comment below what games you'd like to see there, and how do you think that Xbox is going to deliver this year. If you're into gaming news and reviews, consider subscribing. As always, thank you for watching.